Hey, you fucks. Thanks for, checking out the videos, showing a little bit of support. How about you take it to the next level and show us some love over there on Patreon, huh? Huh? Huh?
Yo, 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 what's up, everybody out on the YouTube stores? This is Papa Tetsu coming to you live from the airport of Papa Tokyo. Hey, guys, before I even get into this whole rant, yeah, I decided that, like, dude, I have, like, years and years of B-roll footage on my computer still, and some of the stuff I haven't even fucking released yet, and that includes this footage from when Papa Tetsu and I went to Fukuoka. I think, what was this, 2 years ago, maybe? And yeah, Papa Tetsu was smart. He bought some new drip. He got a sexy haircut. This is you guys don't know, but Papa Tetsu, that guy fucks. He fucks long, hard, and fierce. And so yeah, I thought, look, I'm gonna still like, the goal for this channel moving forward is that we're gonna be releasing a new rant every Wednesday, of course, and hopefully throughout the month it's gonna be mostly like IRL rants, like me, the camera right there. Me walking around doing rants, or like me on the motorcycle doing rants. But I still like, is like kind of a morning routine, going through and just like talking to the computer for an hour or whatever, right? And I'm like, okay, why don't we do that here? So I'm using some old Fukuoka footage that Papa Tetsu and I got from when we were going from Tokyo to Fukuoka. We went on a trip together maybe 2 years ago, and yeah, like, goddamn, I mean, just it's so funny because it's like airports around the world pretty much look all the same, right? They're kind of copy paste. It's just it's like a bus station, it's all the same. But I don't know, Japanese airports, they just look so clean and pristine, and just like even the little cars outside look so, I would like to see the Japanese version of a Subway sandwich. I bet it's smaller and more efficient. But anyway, yeah, guys, so I don't have a walking video prepared for the first video of January. I have a couple other rants I've already made, but I'm like, you know what? I'd rather just I want to show you guys that it's not just backlog content, that I actually do stuff, in general, and whatever. I do stuff in real time, and anyway, yeah, so I was like, you know what? I have like at least 2 other rants I was going to release this month already, and yeah, here's me. I'm always spieling, talking to people and stuff. I bet I was telling that guy how cool his backpack and jacket look. But yeah, oh, look at this. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, Papa Tetsu, he has that DJ Osmo thing, the tiny little camera, and that's cool. But the only thing I don't like about those is that you can't swap out the battery. So it has about an hour and a half worth of battery life, but then it dies. Then afterwards, like, it dies and it sucks. So meh. But yeah, no, this is cool. I forgot that Tetsu took this footage, because usually I have the GoPro and stuff, but yeah, like Tetsu's like a casual hobbyist camera guy. He'll buy a bunch of cameras and stuff, and then he'll just play around with it. And since I do quote unquote YouTube, he likes doing that stuff. And this is 2 years ago when Corona was still happening, so even though we didn't want to wear masks, it's just I understand the people that are anti-mask stuff or whatever, but it's just like, dude, look, like, I don't need to pick a petty fight with people doing their job, like, if you want me to put on a mask just so I can get through my fucking day, like, I don't really give a shit, because Japan was doing the mask thing before, whatever, right? And I know there's a couple anti-masker or whatever, hardcore anti-vax guys that are part of my audience, but just saying, I'm giving that shout out because I know I'm gonna get some fucking comments like that. But anyway, it's 4 minutes in. I always gotta do the shout outs in 4 minutes, guys. Look, this channel is entirely funded by dudes like you, so if you want to help the channel out, consider going over to patreon.com/TKOSam. The Patreon link's down below, and yeah, go there and fucking sign up. We got behind the scenes footage, we got a blog, we got most importantly, we've got Japanese lessons there, and so you guys can learn Japanese to find your future waifus or future husband-o waifus. And Yeah, it's because I don't make any money off Google AdSense. So big shout out and thank you to everybody who super chats. Hello, everybody in the premiere. How are you doing? No, this isn't a live stream. This is a premiere. So yeah, but yeah, how? Oh man, I need hydration. But yeah, and also thank you guys for smashing the like button and leave a comment. Question of the day is, before Corona, how often did you travel? Like once a year or something? Like, I just met up with my buddy Chad recently, and he's traveling every fucking month. He's going to a different place every fucking month, and I'm like, God damn, dude, like that's a lot of traveling, man. Like, I mean, he can afford it, but it's just like that is a lot of going around and adjusting your body to different time zones and stuff. And anyway, yeah, that's my question of the day here for you guys. And yeah, today's topic is I wanted to talk about what are the plans for 2024. What do I want to do differently, especially when it comes to the YouTube channel. And oh, look, we're going up. Yeah, we're flying here. I think we flew out of, this looks like Haneda versus Chiba. So that must have been, yeah, I'm guessing Haneda. Yeah, because that's Tokyo Port right there. Yeah, guys, life hack tip for you guys. If you're coming into Japan, just go through Haneda. Narita sucks ass. If you go through Narita, you're going to be on the train or bus for an hour to an hour and a half. And, yeah, it's fucking lame. So if you can afford it, go through Haneda and look at those boats. I always love, I don't know, some people, when they think of the ocean, like, their favorite thing to look at the ocean is, like, pristine, beaches and stuff, and, like, sand and, like, Mai Tais or whatever. But for me, I like the commerce, I'm one of those guys who really loved season 2 of The Wire, I love just, like, the idea of machine and nature blending together so men can make money and trade goods. But yeah, anyway, good footage, Papa Tetsu. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, and by the way, guys, tell me in Premiere Chat or in the comments too, like, what do you guys think about possibly from now on when I'm not doing a rant in real time, like walking around or on the bike. If I did videos like this with B-roll, would you prefer it if I do it with B-roll or with the video game stuff? Yeah, I know that this is a small channel and I don't really comment that much on stuff myself, but part of the fun about this channel is that you guys come in and you talk, and like we have a conversation in the comment section. So I really enjoy that, and I like hearing your guys' feedback. But anyway, yeah, it's just like with this, just like with this footage, man. Like I have so many videos that I'm always going out and filming. Like I just you get that perfection paralysis or something, where you're just like, like where you're like, I have all this footage, but I don't know what to do, or I went out filming, but I don't know what to do. And, it's just like, I think that as we get older, it's a lot, like, like for me, I always wondered, like when I was younger, right? Like, why are these older people so chill? Like I remember I had this older friend of mine, Jason. I love the shit out of him. I actually met him during a job interview, and we both, I got the job, but he was just there because his girlfriend at the time was like, you need to get a job, and he's like, okay, fine, I'll get a job, and we ended up being, like, really good friends after that, and now he's, like, back in America with his Japanese waifu, and he's got four little rugrats, and, I don't know, just seeing him become a dad has been so, I don't know. It's just like, it's nice when you see your friends and they were kind of like, they had their shit together, but they didn't have their shit together, if that makes sense. Like, like people, when they become dads, like, people say like a kid won't fix a relationship or moving to another country won't fix your stuff or whatever. Like you bring your baggage with you wherever you go. But I think oppositely though is that like it gives you an opportunity to be able to change where you might not have had the chance to change, and like you need that spark in order to like make that shit happen. And I don't know, I think about why am I bringing up Jason? Yeah, because like I remember my buddy Jason, he's like, I don't know, probably 8-10 years older than me, but he always seemed chill. Like, he always seemed like he's just like, yeah, like, he was just kind of like, fuck it. Like, I could deal with whatever comes at me, and it's, just fucking, I do it. And, but, I mean, the whole point is that, like, I think, like, he was a well-traveled dude. He had lived in other countries before. He had already been financially successful, and he was just kind of riding the waves, like, he had made a company, and then he had sold it. And so, like, the guy was, he could literally do whatever he wanted, and he was just late 30s. So, I haven't sold a company. I'm not super financially stable. But at the same time, it's like, God damn, Tetsu, this footage is great. But it's just, at the same time, I was just like, I know more about who I am now than ever before. Like, I'm fatter. I'm the fattest I've ever been. Probably the most freest of my schedule that I've ever been. And like, what is it? It's like, like, if I look in the past, it's like getting laid more, making more money. But, for me, it's like time is the most valuable commodity, right? Oh, is this? Oh, it already switched the clips. Okay, this is us going into Fukuoka, I think. Oh, look at that. I love these kind of videos where you just see everything's like micro machines, hold on. But anyway, I'm just saying that it's like, I guess what I'm getting at is that, like, now that I'm older, even though I'm not making as much money as I did before, or I'm not getting laid as much as I did before, it's like, I know so much more about, like, who I am and what I want. And, it's funny because it's like, when I was younger, I felt like I needed to be busy, always be busy, always be, ABC, always be closing, but I mean, like, for me, it's just like, I'm privileged enough that, like, I have enough part-time jobs that can hold me over, that, like, that can pay my bills and stuff while I'm here. Like, like, I've been, what is it? Sometimes people, not often, because I'm good about keeping, like, like, if anyone's an asshole on my thing, they're just blocked, and, that's it. But, on occasion, I have the occasional retard being like, Sam's an e-beggar or whatever. But when I think of e-beggars, I think of somebody who begs for money because they don't want to get a real job, or they don't want to get a job to pay their own bills. And I don't know. I always think of YouTube as supplemental income. It's never the main income. I'd love it to be the main income, but it's not at the moment. But thanks to me not relying on this, I don't have qualms about asking people to sign up for Patreon or do the super chats or whatever, because, at the end of the day, like, if I get that money, awesome. But if I don't, it's not a big deal either, right? But since it's not a big deal, I don't have a problem asking, I think that's the big difference. I don't know. You guys can tell me what you think about that in the comments below. But yeah, I feel like for so long, the whole journey for somebody's life is kind of figuring out what kind of person are you, and what kind of person do you want to be if you're not that person yet. And just, oh my God, look at these clouds and how they're covering the whole city. Oh, this is so cool. God damn. I gotta remember to take more footage of this next time I'm on a plane. Tetsu did it right. He filmed for 10 minutes. Damn. Nice. Good job, Papa Tets. But yeah, it's like, now that I'm older, now that, like, the thing is that, like, if you don't know what you want to do, or you don't know who you are, and you want to figure out who you are, who yous is, as the coffee talk likes to say, the best thing is just to go out and try a bunch of stuff, like, through your experiences of trying new things, you'll eventually find out what you want and what you don't want. And, it's like, same thing for YouTube. It's like, I feel for a while, like, if you guys have been watching my stuff since I came back from LA with the Rocket guys, it's like, I was still trying to feel my footing, get my footing for a bunch of stuff and try out a bunch of things. And, I've kind of come to the conclusion over the last 2 days that, people like to watch my stuff because it's raw and they feel some sense of genuineness to it. Maybe it's just because I'm so blunt in how I talk, and, and how I land the... Look at this. Is that actual fucking, like... That's not actual farmland, is it? Having farmland so close to the airport? I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, it's just like... Sorry, I got sidetracked there. And, you know, I think moving forward, one of the things that I like to do, or what I want to do, is that, you know, for me, I think that it's like, there's no problem in trying a bunch of stuff until you figure out what you want to do, right? But I think my thing is that I like making long-form content, you know? And I feel like when you look up Japan content nowadays, it's all bells and whistles, you know? It's like a bunch of guys, they're just tourists, and they're like, look, I found the best place to eat tonkotsu ramen. And, like, you know, and now I'm going to tell you in 5 seconds or less. And, you know, it feels like you're watching a commercial more than, you know, more than anything, right? And, you know, the same thing is just, like, I think that it's always good to not be in an echo chamber. Like, I think it's good to be around people who understand you and, like, you know, find your tribe, so what, to speak. But, you know, having friends of all different shapes and sizes, different backgrounds, different opinions, I think it's always going to keep you as a well-grounded person, you know, because then you don't get too full of yourself, especially if you're, you know, just thinking of shit. And look at this. Oh, Papa Tetsu and I walking around. Yeah, I wore a suit, by the way, for this, just to get sidetracked. This is Fukuoka Airport. I wore a suit because people treat you better when you wear a suit. And that's like another life hack I learned. Like, if you wear a suit, people are a lot nicer to you and they're a lot more accommodating, especially if you're nice to them too. And oh yeah, I remember, was it this fucking one? No. When I went to Okinawa, I think. Yeah, Tetsu and I took a cheap airline, and I ate. They didn't have any fucking food at the gate, and so I had to get a rice ball last minute. I bit into it, and it leaked onto my business shirt. That was lame. But this time I'm just wearing my heavy, thick, long sleeve shirt. But yeah, guys, yeah. Word of the wise: get yourself a suit. I'm a fat guy, and I bought that suit that I'm wearing right there for like half off at the fat guy shop for like 30,000 yen a couple years ago. And it sucks. I think I lost that jacket, actually. I lost that fucking jacket top when I got drunk with Jim one night in Golden Guy. And I never lose things, so it was sad because that was a summer jacket, so it was very light, very comfortable to wear. Now all I have is a thick winter jacket, which is okay, but I prefer that one. Yeah, oh yeah, I was still wearing my jeans still with that. Yeah, what was, I don't know. My style's always all over the place. But anyway, yeah, it's just like I was thinking, I'm like, okay, well, I have a bunch of footage, and I'm always trying to think of like bells and whistles to put in my stuff, because I'd like to make more of my brand or my theme or whatever you want to call it, more like an Adult Swim show, you know, from back in the day, early 2000s, late 90s kind of stuff, where it's like, it's not super surrealist humor, but it's kind of like Tokyo Kuni stuff. Like, I've been rewatching a bunch of Tokyo Kuni stuff from back in the day, and it seems like a lot of his stuff was like he'd go somewhere, he'd frame a shot, and then he'd talk in front of that shot for a little bit, and then he would be at home and talk about like the day or whatever, and he would talk and show clips of the B-roll that he did. It was very simple and very easy to check out, and I was like, okay, so because, you know, half of anything on YouTube is the storytelling, right? And it's not just the footage. Like, yeah, because like when I Googled, like, or, you know, YouTube searched like Japan vlog, whatever. Oh yeah, that fucking cat was scary as fuck. What the fuck was that? That was, oh god. Anyway, yeah, this is us getting ramen. Hell yeah. This was us getting tonkotsu ramen. Wow, yeah. Just talking shit about being a vlogger eating tonkotsu ramen. This place was okay. We went there during New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, so a lot of places were closed, but this place was still open. And they were chill with us using the camera. Like, you know, a lot of people, they give vloggers shit for filming stuff. And like I saw Tokyo Lens, and he's like, look guys, if you come into a place like this, they don't want you to film, but you know, they know me, so it's okay. But he goes to like 15 places in that video, and but it's obvious he only got like permission to film in 2 places or whatever. But like, you know, he says that, okay, well, this one place said it was okay, so it implies that all the other places said it was okay, but it's obviously not. But whatever, you know. My whole thing is that Japanese, like, you know, people love to think Japanese people are these helpless creatures that can't defend or talk for themselves. And nah, dude, Japanese people, in my like experience, they're pretty straightforward. If they don't want you filming, they'll be like, hey, don't film, you know. I think it's like possibly due to the tourists here too, but you know, some people don't like it, some people do. But yeah, those guys at that ramen place, they were like, oh, what do you do? I was like, oh, I'm a YouTuber, and showed them my YouTube, and they're like, yeah, film this stuff, it's great. And this is us in Fukuoka Tower. Papa Tetsu and I went here, and I will make a vlog out of this eventually, right? But we went here to meet my friend Anne, who is a talento. She's a TV personality in Fukuoka, and she also just became Japanese legally recently, so shout out to her. But yeah, I just, you know, for me, I think that you guys, like some people said they really loved the camping videos, right, where I was just going out, and it was just 40 minutes of me just, you know, camping or whatever. But you guys, I got some really good feedback on that, and I'm like, you know what, if I could pump out a video like that once or twice a week where I'm just taking you guys through like a raw day, like a raw thing of my day, you know. And it's like I said, when I search this stuff, a lot of the Japan videos are either bells and whistles, not a lot of substance to them, or they're like kind of long, you know, 15 minutes to 30-minute videos, but the people have like no personality. It's very boring, it's not very entertaining. And, you know, I don't feel like I'm learning anything from it, right? So, you know, you gotta be able to blend the two. And I was watching another guy recently, Sam Selleck, I think his name is. And, you know, like, I don't know why. YouTube's just been feeding me his stuff. He's got, like, an Andrew Tate thing going on where a lot of people are, like, making clips of him and stuff. And yeah, I watched some of his videos, and they're just like daily vlogs, you know, where he's just like talks about, like, his whole thing is bodybuilding, right? And he'll talk about his stuff, and he's not trying to sell you a product or anything. He's just he just wants to share his life with people. And you know, you got the haters in the comments being like, oh yeah, roids, and I don't know if it's roids or whatever, but it's like YouTube used to be about the person, right? Like, we went to YouTube specifically because we didn't want to watch anything that's like TV quality. We wanted more of like a down home cooking kind of feel to it, you know. And I like that about YouTube, and I want to bring that back, you know. I want to bring it back. And look at that, that was a weird ass vending machine. Yeah, this is fun. Yeah, Papa Tetsu got a new gimbal, and with his camera, we were just walking around for funsies. Yeah, Fukuoka Tower was really cool, you know. Like, if you guys have the chance to go visit Japan, go to Fukuoka, man. There weren't that many tourists during, well, I mean, this was during Corona, but even my friend who lives there says there's not that many tourists there. And, yeah, you know, that's, God, so many fucking tourists, like, up until December, dude. Like, there were so many. But even during New Year's Eve, they're just packed everywhere. But whatever, Japan needs the money, so, you know, let them get the cash. That cash money, bitches. Excuse me, mon ami, burping. But yeah, I was just thinking, I'm like, you know what? Like, I really enjoyed when I made that video, like, a day in the life of a salaryman, right? Where it was just me going around for my daily, you know, just doing my daily stuff, and I took you guys along with me on the GoPro. Oh, there's the Fukuoka Tower. We were in the tower before that. But yeah, I mean, like, that was, you know, like, I was like, okay, well, I have these videos where I'll go on trips or whatever. And like, this Fukuoka trip was before I decided to go on trips around Japan where I get a tattoo in every prefecture. And so, you know, it was really cool. It was really nice. And so, yeah, you know, like, but this was like, what is it? It's just like, it doesn't need to be bells and whistles, I guess, is what I'm getting at. I love it. It says no motorcycle, no bicycle there. Even though there's nobody fucking there. But yeah, it's just like, you know, I know that you guys really enjoy these rants. And yeah, I want to, you know, what is it? It's like I'd like to show these rants off to you guys. Another thing that I want to do with these rants is that I think one thing I want to try is like I'll probably put some music in the background of this, or maybe like some ambience, some city ambience or something. You know, just so you guys can like have some background noise besides me talking. I don't know. What would you guys think? Is that too annoying, or like should I just keep it the way it is right now? But yeah, you know, it's like moving forward, what would I want to do this year for like YouTube and like personal goals? And you know, I've seen those like Instagram fucking like self-help things where it's like never tell anyone your goals, never tell anyone your next moves. And I don't know. I think there's a difference between being a YouTuber who makes content like Video Game Donkey or like Moist Critical or something, where it's just like they have already a established fan base. Like for me, it's like I guess the whole thing about like the whole selling point for my stuff is that it's me and then Japan, right? You know, because like if you wanted Japan, there's fucking thousands of channels out there that are like English speakers that are talking about their experience in Japan, but you guys like mine because it's about me, right? Or it's not about me entirely, but it's my experience in Japan, right? And so, yeah, you know, that's I don't know, that's what I was thinking. It's like, oh yeah, here we are, we're in Fukuoka Tower. Look at that mascot. They always have such cool fucking mascots. This looks like everything's got a mascot. But yeah, I was surprised, you know. I'm like, come on, this is Fukuoka Tower. Nobody's here to go in the tower, you know. Oh yeah, we had to do the temperature check. You guys don't need to do this anymore. This is like 2 years ago kind of thing. But yeah, guys, it's just like moving forward, I think that it's okay to share your YouTube plans because, like, you know, it's either do or do not. There is no try, right? And so, you know, for me, moving forward, it's like for these rant videos, I still want to release one a week. And I'd still like to record these in the morning when I feel the need or feel the want to record this stuff, right? And, you know, I think that, like, you know, the rants can be about trending topics. They can be just about my thoughts or whatever. And also, it's a good chance to show you guys the B-roll, the random B-roll from all these different projects that I've done so far, too, before I even release the video. Because, you know, let's face it, the only people really watching this are the hardcore Tkyo viewers, you know? And it's always kind of flattering, too, that, like if you have... I don't know, it's funny because it's like, you know, you have, like, casual people who watch your stuff, and then you got hardcore people who watch your stuff. And, you know, the irony is that, like, you know, no matter if you go online or whatever, you're always going to get haters, right? Like, it's I remember John Dobb, only in Japan Go, a super successful YouTuber here in Japan. He was like, if you don't have haters, you're not doing it right, you know? Like, then you don't have content that's good. And, you know, it's like, I was just thinking about how it's like, you know, even if, like, if you have haters that hardcore watch your shit, then they're still fans, though, because they're still spending, like, you know, like, the irony of somebody going through your videos and then, like, you know, talking about it, like, you know, not on my platform because all those assholes are banned, but it's just like the fact that they're talking about it, meaning like, wow, like I'm living, like, you know, you have these people that are like, I'm living rent free in your head, ha ha ha, but it's like, no, like I'm like literally there's, you know, like what is it? It's like there's people taking their time out of their day, not just to watch a little bit, but watch like a whole video of mine just to hate on me and criticize me, and I'm like, wow, like that's still time they took out of their life to focus on me. And it's like, you got to be kind of grateful about that in a way, you know? And yeah, it's just, oh, is this, we're going into the elevator? Hell yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, that lady was so nice. That's, again, guys, like, you know, some people ask me, like the last tour I did, the guy's like, man, you stick out so much. And I'm like, well, I'm a big fat guy, you know, like whatever I did, even if I had normal color hair, normal size hair, I'd still stick out. So it's like, if I'm going to stick out, why not own it? And, you know, I genuinely think that when I meet Japanese people, you got to remember, a lot of people just work boring jobs, and they're just kind of, you know, they're kind of settled into their life and stuff. And, you know, when they get a chance to meet me, and I'm just a guy who looks different, way different, but also I'm like kind of a big teddy bear, you know, I'm all open and, you know, willing to talk to them. And like, I know what it's like to do a shitty remedial job like that, right? So my whole thing is just like, even if it's just somebody who was working that I ran into, if I could make their day even a little bit better with our interaction, I will, you know? And Tetsu loves that too, because I'm always the icebreaker, and Tetsu loves networking. So whenever we meet anybody, you know, I'm the icebreaker. I get to talk to them, and then like we get their contact info, and Tetsu's like, yeah. So Tetsu's got a ton of different fucking contacts around Japan now. And look, that lady was so nice. She was so nice, and I'm just joking. And look, aw, thank you, lady. That was nice of you. And here we are. We're in Fukuoka Tower. Hell yeah, dude. Gots to get to the tower, the Zapolpenschaft Tower. Yeah, I think we were the only ones here. Oh, wait, no. Oh, there's a lady. Was there anybody else here? Maybe like 2 other people or something. But yeah, look at that, guys. That's another life hack for you. Anytime you go anywhere, to any city, if there's a tall building that you can climb across or get on to fucking go and look at the scenery, go do it, man. This place only cost us like, I think like $5 or whatever to climb up it. And yeah, I did this in Aomori. I did this here. Where else did I do this? I can't remember if I did this in other cities. Maybe in Hiroshima I did it too. Can't remember. But yeah, like I always have like kind of a checklist of things that are places or types of places I want to go to when I go to a new city. And it's like, get a tattoo, find the gaijin bar, and find a tall place to go to get a view of the whole city. And it's like, why go to a tattoo place? Well, the tattoo place is to find the underground places that are not in the Lonely Planet stuff. And then the gaijin watering hole is where you can find people that are, you know, they're local gaijin. They've got pride for their place. You know, they wanna brag about it. They want to talk about it. So that's the place to go. And okay, now we're back at the ramen shop again. Yeah, I just threw a bunch of this B-roll together. You know, like there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just a random B-roll. But look at that ramen. Look at that fucking tonkotsu ramen. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Oh, I could taste it. I could taste it through the screen. It was just nice and garlicky and just, oh. Yeah, that's, you know, tonkotsu ramen's special because they make it from pork bone, right? But it's got this creaminess to it that, even though it doesn't have miso in it, it's got this creaminess to it. And the noodles are smaller and they're thinner than regular ramen noodles. And they've got and you can make them like you can decide how soft or hard you want the noodles to be when you order stuff. But I always get mine kind of, at least for the small ones, I get them crunchy because it reminds me of the top ramen I had to eat so much when I was younger. So yep. What are you doing? Come on, make a fucking camera. I can't get the camera positioned and just Yep. But these guys at this restaurant, they were really cool. They were just like, yeah, go fucking film it. Fuck yeah. So, yep. And Papa Tetsu being all badass. Yep. I cannot. It's so frustrating to watch me being like, where's the... I have a small tripod thing that I can put my camera on now, so it's not a big deal. But, yeah. You know, this was... I think this was like the first or second day Papa Tetsu and I were there, and we were like, let's go get some ramen, and all the places were closed. And like, yeah, thanks to Corona, like there's supposed to be a lot of like big street stall, what do you call it, like street vendor food places in Fukuoka. And like in Tokyo, there used to be, not a bunch, but there used to be quite a few. But I think thanks to, you know, regulations or whatever, they've cut them down, so it's really hard to find those food stalls now. But other cities still embrace it, like Fukuoka. But during that time, Corona sucked ass, and most of the people that go to those food stalls are tourists, and the food stalls are overpriced. To be fair, guys, you go there, you buy one item, and you get out, because that stuff it's shit quality, and it's way overpriced. But, yeah, this place is good. It was nice, you know? People just chilling, eating that ramen. Oh, so nummy nums. So nummy nums. Yep. Yeah, I don't eat ramen that often. I like it. I like it. I just don't eat it that often. It's really, really. They put a lot of salt in these things, and at my age, you got to be cautious of the salt. So it's like, and also like ramen. I think it's the MSG too, but I'll just eat ramen in like 2 or 3 hours afterwards, even though my stomach is still full. I'm craving some carbs or something, and I don't like that. But ramen places like this are cool though, because like you can always order extra stuff. They have a thing called kaidama. I think it's called kaidama, where you can ask them for another set of noodles. So like if you don't finish your soup, it's really cool. One of my buddies, the guy who introduced me to eating hot pot, he showed me that like what you do is like you make hot pot first, and then afterwards, once you're done, you put like an egg, or you put some rice, or you put some noodles in there to kind of finish it off, because you don't want to put the noodles in immediately, because if noodles get too soft, then they break up too easily, and then they just kind of like become little bits in the soup. So like you want to put the noodles in when you're gonna eat all the noodles, and the noodles are really filling, so you want to put those in as the last thing, so you still get all your vegetables and stuff. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. So it's just like, so what are the plans for the main channel? What do I want to do? Well, the main channel, like I said in like my December 2023 update, I just want to like, I want to fuck around with shorts, because shorts are easy views, but also I like the idea of reacting to viral content that no one's showing. Like there's this guy on Twitter. I've met him in real life. He's a nice dude. His name's Jeffrey. God damn it. He's a professor here, and he posts like anytime something big happens in Japan, he posts about it. God damn it. Why can't well, I'll look it up later, but one way, like he's got like 30,000 followers on Twitter, and one way that he does it is that anytime there's a viral video that's Japan related, he'll download it, re-upload it to his thing, and then he just gives credit to the guy who originally uploaded it. So he's not a total asshole like that, but most foreigners don't give a shit about where it came from. They just want to see the video, and so like he gets a ton of engagement anytime any big viral thing happens. And yeah, so I was like, well, why not react to viral videos that Japanese people see but foreigners don't see? So I was like, that's one thing I wanted to do for my my shorts. Also, just cutting up the videos into different clips to advertise the vlogs, and like oh yeah, look at this guy. This guy was so happy that I was fucking filming him making ramen. Yeah, there's the kaidama. Tetsu got the kaidama. Hell yeah. This guy was an artist. He was an artiste. Very cool dude. Yeah. You got to remember that these guys, they do this stuff for like 20, 30 plus years, and they really love it when you love what they do, because like Japanese people are they're kind of jaded, they're kind of done, like they see this shit all the time. So when you come in and you're like, wow, that is fucking awesome, then they're like, wow, hey, thanks for liking my shit, And yeah, I'm probably talking to that guy about the noodles and stuff, and yeah, I mean, the thing is that like I know it's kind of rude, and it's a little bit faux pas, but like if the food isn't good, I like if the person was nice to me and I feel like they're having a bad day, I won't say anything. But like I went to this steak place 2 months ago called Billy the Kid, and it was in East Tokyo. It's like kind of a chain of restaurants, and it's really like well designed and stuff, but I asked the guy to make it medium rare, have the outsides be a little bit crispy, and the steak was just horrible. It was very, very lazily put together, and but the guy was super nice. The guy, because I was there for like a translation filming project, so I was with the film crew interpreting for them, and they were filming like kind of like an interview scene there. And so we ordered some food and everything, and it was nice. But yeah, the owner came up to me and he's like, "Oh, you like steak?" And I was like, "Dude, I love steak." And You know, and he actually gave me and the other guys free drinks, and I felt bad because he gave me a free Coca-Cola because he's like, Americans love Coca-Cola, and I was like, dude, I haven't had a soda in like 3 years, but thank you. And he's like, well, what do you want to drink? It's on the house. And I'm like, oh, I'll have an oolong tea. So even though that guy was nice to me, he asked for my feedback about like, what do I think about the steaks there? And I was just like, to be honest, dude, I'm really underwhelmed. And you know, I Google imaged like, you know, like this is what a medium steak looks like. And, you know, and I was like, look, it's kind of crispy on the outside, pink on the inside. And, you know, and he was just like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, dude, like, I was like, let me come in the back and I'll show you how it's done. But, yeah, you know, like, but that guy, he appreciated that. And he was like, you know, he's like, most people, they don't want to hurt people's feelings or whatever. But he's like, I really appreciate that feedback. And I told him, I was like, well, one of the reasons why I said that is because I know I'm a foreigner and I could get away with telling you this stuff. But, you know, I was like, look, at the end of the day, you don't need to change it. But, you know, you asked for my feedback, so I gave it to you, you know. And so, I think that's what, like, one of the reasons I dress the way that I do is because I feel like Japanese people, they're having to have all these fucking just like fake interactions with people every day, right? Where it's just like, yeah, you know, like they're having to kiss ass, use that keigo and stuff, and then they meet me, a guy who speaks Japanese, but I'm not like, I don't want anything from them, you know. I'm just there for the interaction, there for the experience, and they just like, they, you know, it's that one time of the day where they get to have fun and do something different, right? And so I don't know, I like being that. Yeah, now I'm overloading this with fucking sesame seed and ginger and stuff. I love the ginger though. It's pretty good. Yeah, no, one of my favorite places to go to eat ramen. Why can't I ever remember the name? It's either God Dragon or Dragon Blue. There's this ramen shop that used to be in Itabashi, and they moved a couple times though, so I don't know where they are now. But it was like miso ramen, but they loved blending sesame seeds in there. And they also had, like, they loved to put spinach and the hanjuku, like the soft-boiled egg or whatever, and chashu, and, like, the bamboo shoots, and like, I don't know, I really loved it. But they put a lot of raw onion. For some reason, they like putting raw onion. I don't mind raw green onion, because it's got a less strong taste, but sometimes they love putting raw onion in this shit, and I'm like, nah, dude, if you ain't gonna cook that shit, don't put that on my stuff, man. It's just too, it's gonna give me gas and just But yeah, anyway, I went off on a tangent here because I'm eating, I'm just but you know, I think that what is it, it's just like moving forward, just having like more genuine experience like this. And also like being on camera so much in December really made me self-conscious about being fat, you know. And I'm like, wow, like I'm a big guy. And the funny thing is like I've gotten shit about being fat my whole life practically, right? Well, here's me at one of the food stalls. This is when Papa Tetsu and I, we had like we had our first bro argument in Fukuoka on the trip, and we just needed some time apart, so I came here. And while he was doing something, maybe macking on some hot females or something, you know, being a badass. And you know, it's like what is it? The people there were really fucking nice, and they were all, again, like, all you gotta do is when you're filming people, just be like, hey, I'm a YouTuber, I'm gonna film stuff, you know. Is that okay? Just tell me if I'm filming stuff you don't want. And, as long as you say that at the beginning, they don't really give a shit, you know. Like, it's because if they'll either say no or they'll say like, yeah, just don't point it at me. So, yeah, like these guys were really chill. Again, this food was stupid expensive though, so I didn't like that. Yeah, look at these ladies. They were super nice ladies. Hello, yeah. Oh man, this is why Japan kicks ass. You know, it's just nice. Yeah, all these guys, all these people here were not from Fukuoka. They were all tourists from Tokyo. And so I love being the icebreaker too, that like gets people to talk to one another. I noticed at the guest house when I first got there, one thing I really didn't like is that people didn't talk to each other, but I talked to everybody, right? So like, you know, there are people where they might have talked to each other eventually, but like because I was there and I'm like, I'm the bridge, right? So I'd be like, hey, you guys, and so like these guys were from Tokyo, those chicks were from Tokyo. And I eventually got them talking to each other. And it's like, yeah, just like a lot of time people just want permission to like have that interaction or like to talk to people, and I like being that guy who's like, okay, yeah, look, it's not a big deal, just talk to people, you're fine. But yeah, so, but yeah, you know, it was what is it? It's just like having more interactions like this when I'm on camera and stuff, where I'm just talking to people and just having the raw interactions and talking to people and just and like just showing off my life and stuff. Like I remember like one of the rants I'm gonna release eventually in January is one's gonna be about my buddy Mr. Ryan Boundless. And my buddy Ryan Boundless, he's a guy who used to be in Japan, who did videos in Japan. Now he's in Uganda, and he does videos in Uganda, and titties for Uganda titties. And you know, it's like one of his, like he's famous with like people that have been in Japan for a while, because he had this series called the Dream Crusher series, you know, where basically, you know, he would talk shit about something Japan related, right? And but I mean, to be fair, most of the time it was just a trolly ass title, and he would say stuff like he'd call people weeaboos or whatever, but for the most part he was on the money, especially when it came to English teaching and stuff. And so anyway, one of the rants I'm gonna do, or I'm gonna release this month, is about him. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting, because you know, I think he put all of that stuff behind a paywall now for all of his old videos. But I remember being really inspired by his old daily vlog videos, because he basically just showed his life. He always loves to give me shit saying, you don't live in real Japan, you live in Tokyo. And like I showed him pictures of me during New Year's Eve, and I'm just hanging out with foreigners, and he's like, see, why aren't you hanging out with Japanese people, blah blah blah. And I guess that's the thing about being older or whatever, is just you eventually meet all these people, you know, and you get to know so many people. Like, dude, fucking, I have friends coming every month here now that Corona's gone, and maybe this happened a little bit before Corona happened, but now it's like every fucking month I have people coming here that want to catch up, and it's fun, but it's just like every month I got to put some time aside to see, like, what is it? My buddy Chad came here, and he was here with his friends, and we hung out, and we had a really great New Year's Eve, and you know, that was really fun, you know, like, and thanks to him wanting to explore, I found a couple new places in Kabukicho, and that was really badass. That was really fun, you know. And but it's just like, and then but during December, you know, I also had my friend from California come visit me too, and then my other friend from the UK come visit, and then another friend from from Hawaii come visit, and it's just like, whew, you know, like it's fun to meet people. Yeah, look at how small that yakitori is. He was being you know, what do you call it? He was scrumping on the scramps, you know. But yeah, the thing was, it's just like, you know, having my schedule filled with people that I'm meeting every month, it's fun, but it's just one of those things where I'm just like, okay, wow, I gotta put some time aside. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm looking at the yakitori and how small it was, and I'm just like, god damn it, I know I paid like $5 or $8 for that or something, you know. But it's fun, you know, tourist trap or whatever. But you know, these guys love being what do you call it? Yeah, I was asking about the soup or something. Yeah, but I don't know. The whole point is just like, you know, God, what the hell was I even talking about? I'm looking at the soup, and I'm looking at this, and I'm just remembering how much money I spent here. God damn it. But god damn it, we were talking about goals for YouTube, meeting up with people randomly that are coming every month, and yeah, I don't remember why I brought up people meeting them every month, but I mean, the whole thing is just like, you have this opportunity to meet people, and a lot of these friends that are coming here are YouTubers too, you know, like fucking David Bond showed up in December. I didn't get to make a video of him though, because it was only a couple hours before his plane was gonna go off. And yeah, but like, I gotta take the opportunity moving forward for the main channel. It's like, you guys love it when I have women in my videos, and so like, one of the things is like, I want to put more chicks in the videos, you know, because that'll be I don't know, you guys love the love seeing me interact with the females, so why not put them in the videos? Also, I want to start putting in, like, what is that? Like, I know all these other people that do Japan-related content, and I want to do collabs with them, and that'll be fun. That'll be a great way to get their audience checking out my channel, too. You know, there's a lot of different live streams I want to be doing, too, you know? Like, I want to... there's a bunch of different games I want to be playing that I haven't played yet. There's a bunch of different Japan-related people, too. Like, my buddy Cracky Reeds, he's a Japanese translator, you know? And, like, we were even thinking about how... when I was a business English teacher near Ikebukuro, one of the things that we would do for my business classes is we would talk about current events all in English. Like, we would just sit down for like an hour to 2 hours, depending on how big the class was, and we would just sit down and talk about current events in English. Like, we would get different clips from newspapers, and then we would all talk about it. And I was like kind of the delegate. Like, I let them talk mostly, and then if they screwed up or whatever, I'd fix the word or the grammar or whatever that they screwed up. And it was really fun. And I was thinking, like, you know, Cracky and I were talking the other day about how there's not a lot of content out there right now, which is for like intermediate or advanced Japanese learners. And, you know, I like to consider myself the opposite of a gatekeeper, you know, like I want more people to learn Japanese to fluency. I want more people to come to Japan, and even if they don't want to move here, you know, I think that there's already a ton of Chinese and Korean speakers out there, you know, around the world. But let's get Japan more. Like, there's a lot of people that love to visit Japan and have the superficial feelies to it, but like, let's get some people like speaking Japanese and spreading the good gospel of Japan around, you know. Oh, and here's Baba Tetsu and I we're going down an escalator. This is the area that I think we stayed in. Yeah, Fukuoka was really nice, man. Everything was like clean and you know, like the roads were nice. Like, Fukuoka City felt like just one long road with a bunch of stuff around it. But that was fine. That was cool. You know, I heard Fukuoka has the youngest population in all of Japan. Like they have more young people versus old people there. And I hear that the women are beautiful there, but everyone was wearing masks, so I couldn't really tell. I mean, you know, but hey, there you go. One thing I was kind of underwhelmed with was the subway. The subway looks exactly like the subway in Tokyo. At least in Osaka, the subway looks different, but in Fukuoka, it looked like just a carbon copy of the Tokyo Metro. So I was like, I know it's probably the same company, but I just was expecting it to look different. You know, like if you go to the subway in Boston or like New York, or even the train in LA or something, at least they look different, you know. But here it's just like, at least the JR company looked a little bit different, right? Oh, this is me talking before we went to go see the giant Buddha. Yeah, that giant Buddha was fucking awesome. Like Tetsu's like, yeah, man, he's tired. I was like, yeah, dude, his wife's been bitching at him the whole time, and he's just tired. He wants to lay down. He's tired of the shit, and he's like half listening to her while she's just bitching, you know. But yeah, this trip was so fun, and Tetsu's camera was really good. It was a really good fucking camera. But yeah, it's just like I'd like to make more videos more often without having to worry about the bells and whistles. And if you guys ever watched Kaidi and Eric, you guys kind of know what style I'm talking about. It's more just down to earth, just showing you the whole experience and giving like a more grounded version of like the stuff that, like, you know, we're doing, or what the trip that we're going on and stuff. And yeah, big shout out to Pauly Scone. He's one of my mods, but also he's the guy who subtitled most of my videos when I'm speaking Japanese. And he said his kid is going into kindergarten soon, so he'll have a little bit more free time to subtitle videos. And he was like, Dad, make some more Japanese videos and I'll subtitle them. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's badass. So yeah, I want to, you know, like this year, I'd like to grow on YouTube, but I want to have more of like an established, I don't know if it's brand is the right word, but just like the style content I put out, you know. Like I want people when they see a video for it, because I want to experiment too, right? But I feel like putting out a video each week of just like a 30 to 40 minute video of just like a raw thing that happened that week, or like a daily thing, like, yeah, fuck it, why not, why not do it? So yeah, look at Papa Tetsu with his fucking drip, that sexy motherfucker. Yeah, and then just do an experimental video, like you guys, I was surprised when you guys, when I did that video on like the top winter Japan movies, and I when I YouTube searched Japan movies, there weren't a lot of Japan movies, like Japan movie reviews out there, or at least not compilations. And I really love Japanese cinema, and back in the day you could just go to the rental shop and rent this shit, and even now like Japanese rental shops like Staya and Geos are kind of becoming a thing of the past. And so if I can get more people interested in all these older movies that I genuinely like, then like, why not, like, get more power to you, lads. So that's another like thing I'd like to do. Obviously I'd like to do stuff where I'm like, doing a food review or something, like going to visit some place or whatever. And also my buddy Jim, I'm surprised, my buddy Jim, Kid Shoryuken, Mad Panic Gaming, his channel is like 10% Japanese audience, and I didn't know that. Like, that's fucking crazy. And so each time Jim and I have like gone to go and film like a arcade review or whatever, those guys actually knew him, and I'm like, what the fuck? And well, I mean, to be fair, like their sons knew a little bit of English, but yeah, like Jim's videos, like Japanese people love retro games just as much as anybody else, right? And so like, and they love it that we're giving it back. Like a lot of Japanese people aren't happy that are in the industry because all the foreigners that are coming here and just buying shit to resell outside Japan. But Japan's wised up to it. They made the prices higher now, so the people won't get so much of a profit margin, when they do that. And I mean, to be fair, like, whatever, right? But yeah, and poor Jim too. All these assholes coming to Japan and they're stealing his content. They're stealing his hard off content. And, and it's like, I was talking to one of the guys on Discord about this, and it's just like, yeah, like, poor Jim, like, he has, like, one of his most successful series is just going game hunting, and then all these wannabe motherfuckers go over, and they'll not only copy the theme of, like, going and buying games and reselling them or whatever, but they copy his format, too, And I'm like, like, I can understand why that's frustrating for Jim. And he's like, I don't know if I want to make these anymore because assholes are just copying my style. And I'm like, don't worry, Jim, I got him. It's like, hey, man, like, Jim, people watch your channel for you first and your content second, dude. Like, you're, like, it's more about the personality behind the information versus the information itself, right? And yeah, I think... I mean, the cool thing is that it is kind of nice being a little bit underground, like, because like I was mentioning before on one of my one of the older rants, it's like when you become a big YouTuber, you're like you're put into those handcuffs of like, I need to make similar content, and if I don't make similar content, it's got to be the best content ever. Otherwise, YouTube's gonna punish me. They're gonna like not share my video because it's not the same thing people want. And it's like, luckily, like, I don't have that kind of pressure. Like, I barely get any views on my stuff now. So, I mean, but that's fine. Like, because I know that once the quality picks up more, like, more people will want to watch. But, yeah, anyway, I don't know. Papa Tess would be so sexy. Oh, yeah, don't give the fish any food, guys. Don't throw money. Yeah, don't throw the money. Yeah, somebody thinks that's a wishing well and just throwing 10 yen coins and the fish are eating them and dying. Oh, God. Yeah, this was at the Buddha temple in Fukuoka. That place was so fucking beautiful, man. Like, they really kept that stuff nice and tight, nice and clean. And, but, man, that was just so... I gotta remember to up the color saturation and all this before I export the video. But, anyway, guys, we're getting to the one hour mark here. Do me a favor. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the like button. Leave a comment. Question of the day is, I don't know, do you eat fish, yes or no? I don't know. I wouldn't mind eating koi. I bet they're pretty tasty. But, yeah, guys, fucking, yeah, let me know that. And And also, what did you think about me talking over my B-roll from videos I haven't released yet? Do you like it? Should I go back to the video game one? Obviously we'll do the walking and bike videos as well, but do you like this content too? Let me know. And yeah, don't forget, we do a live stream at the end of these after each one. So yeah, I will see you guys in the live stream after this. And yeah, big shout out and thank you to everybody who supports me on Patreon too. You guys kick fucking ass. And yeah, I love you so much. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the live stream and see you on the next rant. Peace outside. Yeah, buddy.